Hey, let's tap in for the week ahead. Um, wow, straight ahead. Okay, we are starting this thing. We have the Nine of Pentacles, Death, and the Seven of Swords. Um, do everything you can to live in the moment this week. Difficult to say, difficult to do with all the distractions. So this means cutting down on scrolling time, cutting down on social media, checking on the screen time you had the week before, and try to make it less. Every time you feel drawn to go on the screen or to scroll or whatever, or even if you find yourself mid doom scroll, stop it immediately and do something else. Physically, literally put the phone down, even if it means you don't even know what to do next, and you just put the phone down and stare into space. And then allow that space you're staring into to, I guess, give you an idea to do something. It's the distractions that I think, in my opinion, are really getting in our way and are causing a lot of us to feel unnecessarily emotional, but not. I don't know. I want to find a better word for that. It's more like you could be a lot more balanced. You could be a lot more strategic with the way that you do things in terms of being present and being with yourself and taking sharing space with your own self. This to me is giving being extremely intentional and thoughtful and almost selfish with how you spend your time and dedicating that time as much as you can to really being in the moment and being present. So this is also giving sobriety. If you can, cut down on the habits of escapism. If you are a weed smoker, try to smoke less. If you are someone who enjoys a little now and then, try to do that less. And if you don't, be aware that there may be things that happen that kind of force you to do that, where you maybe run out of weed or you run out of money to buy drinks or you just can't go out. Things kind of interrupt you. They interrupt your process of escapism. So maybe you're doom scrolling and then you find that something pulls you out of the doom scroll. If you have a child, your child comes and interrupts your moment of scrolling. Things like that. But it's all aiming towards you being more with yourself. It's really time to start being, like I said, a little bit selfish and a little bit self-oriented. This might be uncomfortable for the empaths, Pisces placements, Scorpio placements, Libra placements especially. I highly recommend spending time by yourself. And with that time spent by yourself, figure out how you can make that time more intentional, more fun. Figure out how to have more fun with yourself, just by yourself, without you being drunk, tipsy, high, anything. Just you and you. Very, very difficult. Especially, like I said, if you are the signs that I mentioned, Scorpio, Pisces. I have both of those signs, those placements majorly in my chart. So I know how prone we tend to be to addictions and escapism. So just be aware of that. Beneath, we have the Nine of Cups. So this supports the statement that I had suggested of trying to spend more time with yourself. Try to appreciate yourself. And like I said, be more selfish, be a little bit conceited. Learn from the Leos in your life. They are very good at loving themselves. That's what I'll say. So I think this is the week of loving yourself. Timeless intention. So, like the days forward, whenever you're watching this, as you proceed, love yourself, love on yourself, and be very, very intentional, very serious, and almost like hard ass. Be a little bit of a bitch about loving yourself. Yo. Okay, honey. Thank you. 3 cards. Perfect. From the Intuitive Tarot, by the way. We have the Strength card, the 8 of Swords in reverse, and the 3 of Cups. Yeah, those distractions, eh? They're really, they're really rocking and socking us. Call a friend, rely on your friends, rely on your community. Meet up with your friends and try doing it soberly. I highly suggest. Nothing can get move everything out of the way of facing yourself. Very, very, very important. If there's anything that's in the way, it's gonna get swept away. I feel called to read the Eight of Swords in reverse. We have negative mental attitudes that can exacerbate or even cause problems in life. Fear of freedom, long-term illness, or other problems have become part of your psyche as a means to make yourself significant. Recognizing this, you can now dialogue with that aspect of yourself to check what it has to tell you. This statement, the sentence that says fear of freedom, is something that I think we should deeply consider, especially those of us who are prone to addictive habits. The state of being sober, just as we are, as the universe has spat us out to be, is the purest and most freest state we can be in. Again, you have to be brave enough to explore that idea to actually understand what it means, but when you are sober, you are free. When you are tied to distractions and tied to escapism, you're a slave to that thing. Don't be a slave to that stuff. Don't be a slave to social media or your phone or weed or alcohol or any of that shit. You own yourself. I feel called to as well touch on the Strength card. 2 major arcana cards across both decks is telling me that as much as you'd like to be in control right now, you're not. And it seems like maybe something else has been more in control of you than you have understood. Release and resolution of unconscious material, your deepest fears, confusions, desires, anger, sexual urges, their transformation into spiritual energy, emerging from difficulties with increased inner strength and endurance, courage, hope, calm assertion. This is also giving that, the sentence that I'd read, courage, hope, and calm assertion. Try to be sure of yourself by virtue of you being you. Do you know what I mean? Try to affirm the statement that you are enough as you are, no matter the add-ons, no matter your money, no matter what you are doing. As you sit in this moment with nothing on you or about you or anything, the essence of who you are, your breath, more than enough. Try to really sit with that and accept that, you know. Take every opportunity you can during this time to be yourself as much as you can. Be as vulnerable as possible. And like I said, it's really coming out, the whole sobriety thing. Try it out. Just try it. Again, easier said than done. Forgive yourself through it. Be aware of people behaving strangely towards you because of their own shadow shit. Try to hold compassion for the self as much as possible. And be aware that you're not the only one who's going to be going through these changes. Yes, you're watching this reading and you're aware, you understand what I'm saying, you're on the ball with your self-awareness and stuff. There are other people who are going through those very same changes and aren't as aware as you. So again, compassion, and make sure you rely on your friends. There's this tweet that I saw someone make where they were like, there's nothing tougher than spending a day and then arriving at home and you're alone and you have no one to tell your shit to. Call your friend, call your family. You didn't come here. Nobody exists as an island. Even if you talk to a fucking stranger, you know what I mean? Just connect with your community. That's the most important thing, is what I'm getting here. That can be the most healing things. Connecting with your community, being in the present moment, and trying your best to be fucking proud of yourself, because there's a lot to be proud about. There's a lot to be proud about. As who you are, as the essence of who you are, with nothing to you, with no clothes on your back. If you stood naked as a human being and you had nothing, you still have everything to be proud about. You get it? Thank you for watching. I really hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next reading.